Yeah, I'm bass junkie. Started producing music in 1987, the year after I started DJing. Playing a lot of Miami bass in those days. Still do play a lot of Miami bass, but electro funk, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, when were you first introduced to the Miami bass sound?
Ooh, when was I first introduced to the Miami bass sound? That probably would be a track called Bass Rock Express by MC/ADE, which came out, I believe, around '84. There wasn't really a Miami bass sort of moniker given to it at those days. I think it would have been called electro funk. It would have been called that over here anyway. The first real Miami bass track, I guess I would have heard that when I knew it was being called Miami bass, would have been Throw the D by 2 Live Crew. And then later on, Dynamics 2, Give the DJ a Break, which was the first multi-tonal drop bass track, you know. That was what really got me into wanting to make music as well. Listening to tracks like that, DJ mashup tracks and lots of bass.
So what characteristics do you think make a Miami bass track?
Well, it's the 808 with a long sustained kick.
Sorry, say that
again. What first got me into, what's the question?
If you could just say the characteristics.
Oh, the characteristics of a Miami bass track. Well, it's got to be a booming 808. Long sustained 808 kick, which is what everyone loves. And yeah.
So, what was the reception of Miami bass when it first started playing in the UK?
In the UK, I don't remember it being that big over here. It never really was much of a big sound. You had to really source those records. You had to know people in record shops. I knew a few people around in the London area who would keep anything from Miami back for me. So I was quite, fortunate in that respect. So I got a lot of stuff that a lot of people wouldn't have heard or would have missed. And I would hunt them down, and what I couldn't find in the shops over here, I would go direct to the record label and order whatever back catalogue they had available and get it shipped over to the UK. So I kept on top of the game like that.
What influence do you think Miami bass had on the UK music?
Well, maybe for the drum and bass sound, with a lot of the multi-tonal 808 kick was used in that. I mean, it took a long time for anyone over here to be using that same sort of technique, production technique. I was quite surprised that nobody really jumped on it over here. It was just really a Miami thing and a little bit around the rest of the US, but nobody else was really doing it, and I couldn't understand that at the time, which is why I really wanted to make it as well, to put the UK sort of element in there.
And how would you say Miami bass has influenced your own music production?
Oh, incredibly. Yeah, Miami bass has influenced my music all the way through my career, and it will continue to as well. I mean, I love 808s, I love vocoders, I love DJ skill, I love scratching on tracks as well, which I always have those elements in a lot of my music. I always like the bass to be really deep and humming, and yeah, blow speakers wherever I can.